I just leased Tesla's cheapest car. I'll let you know what I actually pay and what you will actually pay. And spoiler alert, that 209 is a stretch. Yo, welcome back everybody. I couldn't pass up on this deal. So Tesla really advertises great lease deals. When you first go on the website, you see it for $299 for a Model 3 and Model Y. Now this is the cheapest, the least expensive Tesla, the Tesla Model 3 long range rear wheel drive. This is a great vehicle because it has 363 miles of estimated range, and many people say they get more than that. But like I said, you go on the website, you'll see the advertised lease price for $299 a month. Then when you click on that, you'll actually see $209 a month. Well, first, let's just talk about this vehicle because this is a 2025, and I had a 2020 Model 3, and they've made many improvements, many changes. My brother has a 2022, and that was a huge step up from my 2020. So there are some big differences on this 2025, and you have to start with the way it looks. They say the looks aren't just for aesthetic purposes. They say it increases the efficiency, the shape. Now, I just love the way the headlights look, right? They look cool, they look different, they look more sleek, but that whole front fascia, right? Look at that. Looks a whole lot different. The whole profile of the Model 3 looks different. And of course, looks are subjective. But honestly, the Model 3 was my favorite styled Tesla. This Tesla is the most accessible, and to me, it looks the best. Yes, it's smaller. Yes, it's low to the ground. Yes, I have a harder time getting in and out of this one, but it's not impossible. You know, I've been working out a little bit, been getting it in. But anyway, another change. These are the aero covers, the least expensive trim. The only upgrade that I got was the white interior, and I'll talk a little bit about that. We'll get to all the numbers in a little bit. Also, the things that stand out, the rear. Now the lights are different, a different shape, a different style, a little more modern, angular, and it's also connected, all connected to the trunk. So you see that there, all one piece, which is cool. My 2020 didn't have power. My 2020 didn't have Chrome Delete. But anyway, something else, and little touches like this. It has Tesla lettering, right? Not just the T. This is the first model. And actually, when the Model 3 was first released, they actually had the words Tesla. And then when it came out, it just had the T. I changed my Model Y from having a T to adding the word Tesla. I just like the way that looks. But again, that's all preference. This color is the free color, but funny thing is, all of our Teslas have been this color. This is our favorite color. And our last few, except for the Cybertruck, and our last few vehicles before we got Teslas were all this color. My Chevy Bolt was this color. My Armada was this color. This is the color that we prefer anyway. So now that they offer it for free or included, that's a win-win for us personally. If you do want the least expensive Model 3, you have to get this color and the black interior. My whole thing was I got the white interior included essentially because for 2024 they were offering $1,500 if you use somebody's referral link. Speaking of referral links, if you're interested, mine is in the description. If you want to get one of these, you get $500 off now. But at the end of 2024, it was $1,500. So essentially, I got the white seats for free. All right, so we got to just break this down so you guys know exactly what they're talking about with that $299 a month lease. So when you first go on the website, you see that. You click on Order Model 3. Now, once again, if you use my referral, you will get $500 off. So, bam, I just applied it so you can see the actual price. So looking here, you want to spend the least possible. It says $216 for a long range rear wheel drive. Now, here's how they get people. You see this down here, include estimated gas savings of $83. I don't know why they have that on there. That don't need to be on there. That's a little shady. Now, you might save that much, but it's estimated, right? We want to know how much we're going to pay. So we need to just first deselect that. And look, it already jumped up. It says $299 here, And here's the important part. You got to click on edit terms and savings. So it's already 306. What happened to 209? What happened to 216? What happened to 299? And you're like, all right, well, you know what? Initially they said 299 and 306 is pretty close to 299, but we got to still look at exactly how much you're going to be paying. So new leases include 7,500 Tesla incentive, and that's why the price is as low as it is. But you need to click on where it says include estimated taxes and fees, because you will have to pay taxes and fees, and this is based on where you live. They're going to estimate it. So now it went up to $341 a month. Well, you know, $40 more than the $299 on the actual first page. You still might be like, all right, that ain't bad. But the last thing you need to look at, down payment. Now this is for 10,000 miles, and again, it's, oh, is that the black and white? Let me go back and make sure. Oh, that's the black and white. That's the one I want. But if you want, boom, there we go. Now we have our lower price of $292. So include that estimated taxes and fees, and you're up to $326. Not bad, right? Not bad. So it says down payment $2,999. That's not including taxes and fees. So you see down here at the bottom, it says $5,684 due at signing, right? So that's actually your down payment. Click on show details, and you're like, dang, $5,684 to get my first monthly payment at $326. Now, that's still not $299. When you input where you're living, it might be different, but still, $5,000 down, $5,600 down to get that low price. That's a lot to put down for me. You can change that, right? And actually, they offer zero down. If you put zero down, now you're paying $424 a month. Paying that zero down, you're still putting down $2,521. So technically, you still have to pay taxes and fees. You can't just put zero down. So it's a little tricky, a little confusing, a little shady, right? That number entices people to get in there, and the buttons keep changing around. You got to always make sure you click on the final configuration. You see $424 a month with zero down, which is actually $2,521 down, and 10,000 miles for 36 months. So they're a little tricky with what they do and what they promote, and you just got to be careful of that. Really look at if it's worth it to you. I ended up putting $4,000 down, and I pay $360 a month. But that was, again, with the other incentives they had and the $1,500 from the referral. Definitely use a referral either way, however you do it. You know, you get it. And it doesn't have to be mine, but I do appreciate everybody who uses it. It makes me feel very valued. And thank you guys once again. Back to the video. When you get inside, that's when things change. Now, once again, to get the least expensive Tesla Model 3, it comes with no floor mats. It's pretty bare bones, but that's okay. I could always add floor mats later and different things of that nature. First thing you notice is, for us, which was big, that rear screen in the back. This is an upgrade from my 2020. Now, with this rear screen, my kids love it. We took a road trip, and they were able to come back here and control different things. Of course, you can control the climate, right? Turn it up. You could also, what they love, play games. They were playing games. You could hook up Bluetooth controllers, which they did, and playing games. You could watch movies, YouTube, all that stuff. You could change the music, right? And also you can, if nobody's sitting in this chair, you can move it forward and back. So this is also a carryover from the Model S, the Model X, and the Cybertruck. So this is a huge upgrade if you have rear passengers, especially kids. I mean, they love it. They love taking the Cybertruck because we have that. But now we have it in this car as well. And remember, this is a discounted Tesla. So the first thing I noticed was, what is this? Right? What is this? And I had to look it up. What I found was some cars, higher end cars, have this and it actually seals you into the cab a little better. So check this out. And I've only had the car for 3 days, but the very first thing I noticed was how quiet it is in here. It's super quiet, and there's a better seal, absolutely noticeable. So EVs are quiet in general, so having a quiet cab is very important. Also, some quick changes, some quick things I noticed. Very minimal interior, like Tesla does it, but it has new styling. It has this LED light, kind of hard to see in the daytime, but you can change the colors. That's the new styling. It goes all the way to the back seat. With the white, you have this vegan white interior with the seats. Very nice and very comfortable seats. Also, we're picking up the styling of the Cybertruck's steering wheel. Not the shape, but the button controls, because on the S and X, and I don't know if they've changed this or not, because on the Model S's and X's that we've had, these buttons were capacitive, which means there's actually no physical click. There's a vibration motor, a vibration sensor on those, but the Cybertruck came with actual clickable buttons, which we have here, which is a huge plus. Also, horn in the middle, and all of these buttons are the exact same location as the Cybertruck, which I love. The steering wheel feels great. I just love the minimal look. Now, the jury's still out on this wireless charger, whether or not it heats up your phone, if it charges fast or not. So I'm gonna have to do more testing on that. But the screen, hardware 4, super responsive. I love the upgraded cup holders because they have actually contact points in this one. And I don't know what year they started that, but my 2020 didn't have it. Things will roll around. I will have to put an insert, but look, my cup stays there. This is new styling here. All right, so again, it comes pretty bare, pretty basic, but I like the style. And when you don't have a cup here, close these and you have a clean look. I told you, look, I still got all the, this is still, I just got it. But check that out. Those are all cool and unique features. And something else that stands out, there's no stalks. I didn't mention that, but on the Cybertruck, the S and X, I mean, this feels like they took a lot of features from the premium vehicles and brought it down here. No stalks. People like that, some people don't. Honestly, I've gotten so used to these button controls, I wouldn't go back. And we have extra controls up here just in case you're having issues. It's kind of hard to see, but if your screen's not working, you can push these buttons up here like on the Cybertruck, and I've used that on the Cybertruck before. So, is that dirt? What's that? Ugh, that's nasty. That's nasty. So your hazards up there, the lights there, and of course, all the full self-driving features. And the software is the software. This is the latest hardware, so it does future-proof you a little bit. So some of the biggest differences of this and the long range all-wheel drive, obviously one motor, and versus 2. Instead of having 17 speakers, this one has only 9. Now, just to be real, the Cybertruck sounds way more full and rich bodied, but again, double the price. This audio system in here is clear, it's good, but it's lacking in the rear. But I will say though, up front, for the people up front, it sounds good. Not amazing, not mind-blowing. It sounds good. And again, that's subjective. You need to check it out and see if you like it or not. 9 speakers. It has some bass, but it's crystal clear. It's not as full, it's not as rich, but it is good sounding. I think most people will be happy. And I think it's actually better than most stock systems in most vehicles, but it's not up to par with the all-wheel drive with the full premium audio system. But like I said, you have to check it out to see for yourself. But absolutely an amazing vehicle. But how does it drive? How does it drive, you want to know? First of all, driving this is much better than my 2020. The ride is a lot smoother. It's a nice ride. It's a comfortable ride. It feels, yes, it's smaller once again, but you definitely feel the difference. There's actually a tighter turning radius too. I was following my wife and she made a U-turn in the Cybertruck. And we all know because of the rear wheel steering, right, and the steer-by-wire, that the Cybertruck turns very tightly. But this is a smaller vehicle, so you would expect it to. But I was a little nervous until I did it. I'm like, okay, they tightened that up. So I appreciate that. But overall, this feels really nice. It feels like everything's tighter, everything's built better, right? And I don't know, I'm really liking this. My wife got behind the wheel, she was liking it too. So they definitely have made some improvements. I know this is not a full review. There's a lot of things that I want to talk about that I'm gonna have to go dive deeper in when I spend more time with it. But I'm absolutely happy with this lease. Now that's something we're gonna have to decide whether or not we want to keep it at the end of the lease. That's something else that's newer. They're letting you actually buy out the lease, you know, in the middle or at the end of your leasing term. But definitely something to think about. So it's a wonderful ride. It's a tight ride. You're low to the ground. It's a fun vehicle. So we're excited. We're very excited about the Model 3. But you also have to know what to expect about those leasing terms. Don't fall for it. Do your research, input all the information that you need to input, and find out how much you're comfortable with spending and how much you want to put down, all those things, and make sure you deselect that gas savings, estimated gas savings, because, you know, I mean, I don't know, I feel like that's a little shady to add that. But anyway, hey, thanks for watching. Way more content to come on the Tesla Model 3 Highland. Oh, you thought I was gonna go the whole video without saying it, huh? It's the Highland, but it's not really the Highland. It's the Highland, baby. Hey, thanks for watching, and don't forget, Cobra told ya. All right, y'all.